This video is going to be an example of solving a system of equations. This is also called solving two equations with two unknowns. Here are the two equations. The first one is x equals 5y. The second one is x plus y equals 24. Notice that both of these equations have an x and a y in them. So we've got two equations. We also have two unknowns. One of the unknowns is x, and the other unknown is y, and we're going to want to find both of these. The method that often works, not always, but in this case it will, the method that we can often use is called substitution, and that just means we're going to replace an expression and a letter. What we normally want to do is look at both of the equations and see if in either equation we've got one of the unknowns, one of the variables, or one of the letters by itself. And we do here. In this first equation, we have the x by itself. Specifically, the x, according to the first equation, is equal to 5y. I'm going to say that another way. The x is the same thing as 5y. That's what equals means. And what that also means is that whenever we see the letter x, we're going to be able to substitute it or replace it with 5y. Now we're going to be able to carry out this substitution in the other equation, the second equation, the one that I haven't marked. It says x plus y is equal to 24. Now we're going to be able to do that by writing that second equation again and then replacing or substituting in place of the x. We're going to change this x, or we're going to substitute in place of it 5y. So I'm going to write the same equation, the second equation, again, a lot of writing involved, but I'm going to write it again, but instead of the x, I'm going to write 5y plus y. You don't have to, but I'm going to go ahead and put a 1 in front of that y, equal to 24. Of course, if we add 5y plus 1y, we're going to get 6y. And if we divide by 6, we'll get y equals 4. Now we're going to be able to do the same thing we did before, but with a different variable. Now whenever we see the letter y, we're going to replace it with the number 4. So we want to go back to our original equation. Either one of the first ones will work. I'm going to use this first one, but the second one would have worked also. And I'm going to write it again. I'm going to write x is equal to 5 times y, and then I'm going to write it one more time. But when I do this time, I'm going to replace the y with a 4 because of what we have right here. I'm going to replace the y with a 4. I'm going to put it in parentheses also. So this will give me x is equal to 5 times. I'm replacing the y with 4. And so x is equal to 5 times 4 is 20. So we have used both equations now. We've used a system to find both x and y.